Artificial intelligence will not replace marketers, but marketers who use AI will replace those who don't. That quote came from Paul Rotzer from Marketing AI Institute. Let me say that again. Artificial intelligence will not replace marketers, but marketers who use AI will replace those who don't. Now, according to Grand View Research, the global AI in marketing market was valued at $27.4 billion in 2023, and it's projected to grow to $107.5 billion by 2028. Now that's a compounding annual growth rate of over 30%, signaling more than just a trend. It's a transformational shift in how we connect, how we convert, and how we grow. Welcome, my friends, to the Tourism Hub podcast, the show that explores the pulse of tourism, small business greatness and innovation, brought to you by the Institute of Excellence. I'm your host, Despina Karatzias, and in this episode, we're diving deep into one of the most asked questions that I receive in meetings, in workshops, in mentoring sessions, in coffee chats and dinner dates. Is AI marketing really worth the time and investment? Or I'm scared. What does all this AI mean for jobs? Now, we're not going to go down the deep well, maybe we will in future episodes. In fact, I'm heading over to Sydney to discuss the job element of AI. But for now, what we are going to explore is the AI marketing situation and what it can and can't do. Before we get into today's episode, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who came up to me recently at the Victorian Tourism Summit in the beautiful town of Shepparton and said that they tune into the podcast. You've got no idea what a heart exploding joy it is for me to receive that information from real humans in a real life situation. I can't tell you how much it truly ignites all of my engines to keep my ears to the ground, to keep listening, to keep researching, and to keep showing up to support you and your experience making and destination journeys. So let's get into it. Now, understanding the hype and the real opportunity. AI promises to deliver highly personalised customer experiences, faster campaign optimization, and predictive insights that anticipate consumer behaviour. But what does that mean for a small business or regional tourism operator? The Deloitte Digital 2024 Global Marketing Trends Report revealed that 62% of high growth brands are already using AI to personalize customer engagement. Meanwhile, Salesforce and their Salesforce State of Marketing report showed that marketers using AI see a 41% improvement in campaign effectiveness. So, what can we mere mortals, small businesses, small organizations can do with this? The first thing is to start asking, am I still guessing what my customers want? Are we spending hours on admin or content creation instead of planning or service delivery? And are you feeling overwhelmed by the sheer volume of marketing tasks? Now, if you answered yes to any or all of these, AI might just be the business partner or colleague that you didn't know you needed. Now, let's look at some real case studies where AI works in tourism. Now, we'll look at some of the bigger players and some examples for us to get inspired by, to look at how AI is being used successfully in our industry, not just in theory, but in real practical applications. So, Tourism New Zealand to start with, and their AI content personalisation. Tourism New Zealand implemented AI-driven dynamic content strategies on its digital platforms to tailor website experiences based on a visitor's location, on their interests, and their browsing behavior. This type of personalized approach significantly improved user engagement and helped boost their international visitor intent. Let's break it down a notch. What can you do with the resources that you have? To start with, use free or low-cost tools like Google Optimize, or depending on your website platform. So if you have a Wix or Squarespace or WordPress, start digging deep and getting curious about the current platform that you use and explore whether you can start to personalize your landing pages for different audiences. So think local versus international, repeat versus first-time visitors. Now imagine the power in that for your audience and to make that journey a better experience for your sense of welcome on that first experience with you on your website. Another example is Accor Hotels, where AI chatbots came into the equation to better the guest experience. Accor, a major player in Australia's accommodation sector, rolled out AI-powered chatbots to streamline customer service. These bots answer frequently asked questions, assist with bookings, and provide local tourism recommendations in multiple languages. The result? Reduced staff workload and improved response time, especially helpful for smaller teams. Now, what can you do? Go ahead, explore, look at your options, implement a cost-effective chatbot on your website using tools like Tidio, ManyChat, or ChatFuel. Even a basic chatbot that answers common guest questions can free up hours each week and provide instant service to your customers 24/7 to really ignite and make your website, your businesses and your website top customer service and sales agent. And then a third example that I have for you is Qantas, using AI for personalised loyalty and customer experiences. Now, Qantas has leveraged AI and machine learning through its Qantas Loyal program to deliver personalised travel recommendations and dynamic offers based on customer behaviour, travel history, and preferences. This AI-led targeting has enhanced engagement with their frequent flyers, has improved open rates on email campaigns, and has boosted ancillary sales, all while improving customer satisfaction. Now, what can you do? Start to think about your email marketing tools and using those AI enablers. Now, for some of you, email marketing might not even be on the agenda yet, so we can start there. But things like MailChimp's smart recommendations or Active Campaign or HubSpot or MailerLite all have these tools integrated now to personalize content based on customer behavior. So whether they clicked, booked, or engaged with your content in the past, that is a powerful piece of intelligence that you can use to bring your website visitor closer to becoming a converted booking. Start small, segment your list, get your list in order to start with. A lot of my one-on-one mentoring sessions, it's about let's create a list and start testing some automated journeys based on interest or seasons. Now, these examples are real-life case studies of the big players already starting to experiment and actually have good user cases that AI can be a few different things for their businesses as it can be for your business or organization. So for example, using AI behind the scenes. for forecasting and pricing, guest facing, like we talked, like chatbots or virtual assistants, and of course, experience enhancing. If you think about using AI in your content strategies like dynamic storytelling and personalization. You don't need to be Qantas or Accor or Tourism New Zealand. You just need to pick the right tool for your goal and take that first step. So remember, let's not squirrel down the path of the next shiny tool that doesn't help and is not aligned with my goal. Let's start thinking first, what is it that I need to get gains on? Where is it that I'm not being efficient in my time or in my business? And then let's explore what the best AI tool can be for you to take that first step. Now, when we're looking at AI versus traditional marketing, isn't that interesting? It's always been digital versus traditional, but now we're really just like digital, it's about AI. So if we look at a bit of a head-to-head reality check to compare, we look at things like speed. Traditional campaigns take weeks or months. AI can adjust in real time. Let's think of personalization. Traditional approaches use broader demographics. AI can understand individual behavior and tailor content accordingly to match that. And then if we think about return on investment, traditional marketing can often lack that traceability. Now we jump ahead to what digital and what now AI marketing can offer is data that you can track click by click, dollar by dollar, and create good, intelligent forecasting to be able to be swift and nimble with our decisions. According to McKinsey's State of AI in 2023, AI adoption can lead to a 15 to 30% increase in ROI, return on investment, when applied to areas like content creation, customer segmentation, and campaign optimization. So what can you do with this? Really, we talked about some email marketing tools like MailChimp, using AI, content assistance, or things like Meta for automation and ad delivery. Even if that's just the start, just start to test your email subject lines or your blog headings or your website banners using AI-generated alternatives to make improvements. Now, this is all about shifting our mindset and moving from intuition-based marketing to data-led decisions. Okay, so last but not least, where AI still falls short and why you, my friend, you, my tourism brothers and sisters, still matter in a big way. Because let's not sugarcoat this. AI is not perfect. I mean, it's been to so many talks now and presentation. It's a hot topic. I get it. But it is something that we have to disclose. It's not perfect. And I don't think it ever will be. Because here's what it can't do. If your data is a hot mess and is disorganized, AI will only magnify the hot mess, okay? So if you're not keeping clean data set and clean analytics, it will magnify that. It won't be able to intelligently and artificially be able to untangle that. We have the power to give the information. It also lacks emotional depth. It doesn't know your brand's heart or cultural context. It can't replace creativity, storytelling, or intuition. That needs and must be led by you. Think about it. Nike's Just Do It. campaign didn't come from a machine. It came from a powerful human insight. So what can you do from this and with this from here? Conduct a quick data health check. Is your customer information up to date? Are your platforms connected? Learn how to start prompting effectively. The better your instructions, the better AI can serve you and your marketing and business objective. So if anything, AI, and certainly what I've found in my business and in all of my activities, particularly when much of what I do is me, myself, and I, at the time of this recording, it's past 8 o'clock p.m. of the evening. So something like AI has become my greatest collaborator, not a replacement for anyone or anything, but I do let it handle the grunt work so I can focus on strategy, service, and storytelling in the only way that I know how, my way, just like your way still matters and is really important. So, is it worth it? The verdict, absolutely yes. If you haven't started exploring, absolutely it's worth it. But only if you set your clear marketing and business goals. So when it comes to organizing your data, choosing tools aligned with your business size, stage, and in your day-to-day work that can put you in the fast lane and accelerate you, and keeping human creativity and connection at the core of your brand, your personal brand, and of course, your business brand. Now, I want to tell you a little story that I've had recently. So I reached out to someone that I've seen great potential that they could be someone that could be in my corner. So something, if you've been on the journey, I've taken up boxing and it's become a real business analogy for me. When you're getting your ass kicked in the middle of the ring and you retreat to the corner to get patched up and, you're bleeding in the eyes and the eyeballs, and there are people there that care deeply for you to get you cleaned up and out there stronger and reset. Okay? We need those people in our corner, in our lives and in our businesses. So, I digress. But that's where this whole concept of mine has come from. I need, who am I going to build in my corner? Now, there was someone in my sights to build in my corner. We met, we discussed, and the concept was coming back to me with something personalised for where I'm at in the journey and where I want to be. Okay, what came back to me was something by way of a proposal that was directly from ChatGPT. Copy, paste in an email with emojis and the line and the whole shebang. Just at one look at that. Now, anybody that's used ChatGPT more than a few times, you can smell it and see it a mile away. So when you're choosing these tools and you're being like, it was such a clear, if that's how you roll, it's, you're not in the corner, unfortunately. So be really, really taking out that whole human touch and personalization. It was such a big no-no. So that's something that I want you to really think. It's coming out now, and it can also be a detriment to the core of our brands and our values as humans that we interact when we're creating practices where we're copying and pasting and, almost getting a bit lazy with this, that, it can cost work and it can be of detriment. So the future of AI isn't AI versus humans. It's humans who know how to use AI wisely. Your next step, choose one small marketing task to test with AI this week. Get curious, practice with the tools, try a prompt or analyze a campaign. If anything, it's a bit like social media. Don't go wasting too much of your time if it's not solving an immediate problem for your current work and your business. And if you need a guide on the journey, please, let's talk. If you're looking for someone to share, present, or maybe something more personalized, your own little human business coach, or just a tourism-loving, business-backing strategist in your corner, I invite you always, you can book, no obligation, complimentary powwow strategy session with me. You'll find the link in the show notes or send me a direct message in any of the socials that we're connected together. Okay, so that was there was an AI session that I didn't get to go to at the summit, but it's been just so topical. And in preparation for doing some more AI talks, I think we always need to and it changes, right? Things change. So I don't think we're going to stop talking about this. And if you've seen the recent, the Netflix documentary, there's some homework for you. Even Bill Gates and Steven Spielberg are scared about this and what does this mean? Because, there's Spielberg saying from idea to a movie in the theaters, it can take approximately 3 years. So here's Spielberg going for me, by the time I have, this is the master of Avatar and AI. He wrote the Terminator, and here's this guy going by the time I release anything sci-fi or anything of that caliber now in 2025, it will be redundant in 3 years by the time I get it to theaters. So, if that's Spielberg going this is kind of all different, so are we. So it always will be of a discussion. And in the era of, in our industry, we've got a lot to be concerned about. We've got, what does climate change mean? Now front and center is, what does all this mean with AI? But let's just start with what we have in front of us right now, that next first step. We can't ignore it. And if we haven't been playing with any of the tools, it's time. It's time. Okay, well, I can keep on keeping on and I can keep talking, but we'll wrap it up here. This has been a Tourism Hub podcast hosted by me, Despina Karatzias, and proudly brought to you by the Institute of Excellence, your home for tourism and small business greatness. And if you found this episode helpful, please subscribe, leave a review, and until next time, my friends, remember to ignite excellence and go out there and be better, and more importantly, do better today than you did yesterday. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode.